Our taco pasta is fast, easy, healthy, delicious. It was super viral when we invented it, so I know you're gonna love it. And on top of that, it is great for taking to gatherings. It's an awesome potluck dish. You don't have to get into whether it's plant-based or healthy or anything, because it's rich and delicious, and it's all ingredients that are gonna promote your health. Let's get right into this delicious recipe. You've gotta make it right now. Drop everything and make this recipe. And don't worry, the link to the recipe is down below in the description box. Reeves, let's make this thing. We gotta get to the cooking of the pasta. This is barilla. We love this red lentil pasta. This is the penne. I got a little pot here, water, you throw the pasta in. The thing with this is you can cook way beyond what they suggest, and it's gonna keep its texture. It doesn't just turn into mush. 8 to 10 minutes it says. Let's just set a timer, even though I just explained that it doesn't matter. There's very little to chop in this recipe. An onion and a bell pepper. We like the red bell pepper. But if you don't want to chop at all, don't worry. You can use a bag of chopped frozen onion. Get creative. Don't close off your mind. Just because I'm chopping doesn't mean you have to chop. But you know, chopping is a pretty important thing to know how to do. You don't have to be an expert in the kitchen. All you gotta do is know how to use a couple of basic tools. That's what we build our recipes around. We're showing you the basics of life. Keep you and your family well without blowing a bunch of money. This is the cheapest way to eat, y'all. Am I wrong, Reeves?
You are not wrong. It's the plant-based junk that costs so much money. Believe me, I looked at it in the store this morning.
Plant-based junk and then the animal product junk. I mean, it is no good. I'm throwing this right into a cold pot. I'm using a Dutch oven. I just like the Dutch oven, but whatever pot you've got is good enough. And just like that, the chopping is over. Throw it in here. We can add some garlic. I love garlic. When you don't cook with a bunch of salt and oil and all that garbage, you need the flavor. So I'm gonna throw a little bit in here. We'll use the cheater Costco minced garlic. Since we're already prepping what's going on the stove, I know I'm gonna be throwing in some crushed red pepper, so we'll throw that in now too. Why not? These beans and corn in the can normally have so much salt. You've got to get your salt intake down. I'm not saying it has to be no added salt. The salt in these cans, it makes things just too salty. It's gonna raise your blood pressure, no good. Let's strain this out. They're gonna be going in our saute pot in a little bit once the onions and peppers soften. You can start to hear it when it's drying out. It's making lots of snap, crackle, pops. So just come over, add another splash of water, give it another stir, and you just repeat that until the veggies are as soft as you want them to be in your dish. Once the liquid left in here all sort of cooks off, I think we're gonna be ready to go. We need to strain the water out of this pasta, but check this out. The texture is perfect, and I cooked it at least a few minutes too many than what the box said. But I'm telling you, that other gluten-free pasta, if you go just 10 seconds over, it's slop. That's just me. It's snap, crackle, popping over there again, so let's just throw this in. Nice big portion. This is gonna last lots of meals. You can eat it all week. Perfect for a potluck. It is sauce time. I've got my Vitamix. I've got a few things to throw in. Again, the whole recipe is down below. Click it, you'll have it. Raw cashews. No salt added, not roasted in oil. We didn't even soak them. If you're using a Vitamix, this thing's gonna blend anything into a cream. But if you got a regular blender, you might wanna soak them, because I am gonna add a cup of water too. So you could soak those together for 15, 20 minutes. I love the Vitamix, I highly recommend it. There's a cup of water. Boom. Garlic, you could throw in garlic cloves. I know I put it in there already, but I like a lot of garlic. I'm too lazy. I'm just gonna open this thing up and I'll throw in another spoonful of garlic. Do you approve?
I approve. It's always the right time to use your garlic.
A couple teaspoons of smoked paprika. We're gonna do it by hand. That's about right. You get to the point where you don't really need to measure. For me, I know a quarter cup is one large handful, but hey, this is how easy it is to measure. Boom. You know, you got one more thing you gotta throw it back in your drawer, you know what I mean?
Just dust it off?
Just dust it off. Couple tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, 1 and 2. Here goes a little squirt of Dijon mustard. I love it. You could also use mustard powder, would be fine. Maybe throw in a teaspoon, see how it tastes. I've got a fresh lime. A couple more seasonings I want to use. We got some chili powder, oregano, and cumin. I love all three of those, but we also have our Fiesta Fire Blend, which is my favorite Mexican seasoning. No salt in any of our products. Sometimes I shake it so that it mixes up. I'll throw in like a couple of tablespoons worth. How's that look? Yum. The individual spices are listed on the recipe. you don't have to have our products to make this work. I used our nutritional yeast as well, only because it's the best one that's ever been made at a super competitive price. But hey, you can buy it at the grocery store, some other brand, if that's what you want to do. You really don't need our products though to make our recipes. We want to give this information to you for free because we believe in you helping yourself and your health. But there are plenty of other ways that you can capitalize on what else we offer, like our live cooking show. This recipe, we invented it on our live cooking show. You helped us do it in the chat box in the audience, so if you want to be a part of that, you should definitely join our live cooking show. It's a lot of fun. We've been doing it for 7 years now.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, this summer will be 7 years. That is crazy. Before live streaming was like popular, okay?
Oh.
Let's make some magic. Let's get saucy. Before we put this all together and make some real magic happen, let's get a couple of things chopped up for some fixins. These are optional, you don't have to do this, but I love to sprinkle on some green onion, some cilantro, and some chopped little cherry tomatoes. So this is going to be a nice little touch. Especially when you're taking it to potluck. You can have this in a nice big like casserole type of platter. You could even turn this into a casserole, by the way. You could take what we're about to make in that pot, put it in a casserole dish, throw on some breadcrumbs and bake it up. You got options. Get creative. Coming from like the least creative person.
But you could eat it cold too.
Yeah, I totally agree. Nice little handful of cilantro. We'll chop it up. Take a cherry tomato and just cut it in half or in thirds, however big you want. There is a shortcut for chopped tomatoes, and it's this. Here is the no salt added rotel. It's got the little bit of the green chilies in there. Chopped tomatoes, but they're like petite chopped. This just sprinkled on top or mixed in would be really good too. We got our sauce and our handy little blender spatula. I love these. Let's go. Rinse your blender while it's wet, and then the cleanup is a breeze, and you'll be eating with nothing to do after but enjoy the day. It just takes a second if you do it right away. Let's make some magic. Oh yeah, look at this creamy, delectable sauce made with real whole food, not a bunch of processed oil, loads of salt. This is the real deal right here. You can either make a bowl and add the little fixins on top, or you can just stir them in now and then it's done, and you can reheat it later, make your meals, your lunches. Oh man, it is saucy. This is gonna be so good. Full of filling ingredients, beans, corn, pasta, which is more beans. What can be better than that? I wanna walk away from the table full, satisfied, but not feeling like a food coma, low on energy, like when I eat standard American garbage food. Sprinkle on top. Let's get some more tomatoes in there because I never have enough. And that is how you do it. Now, if you are a salt person, we are big proponents of the salt shaker because you're adding your own salt. You have complete control. You could add just a little sprinkle of salt on top, which is going to be more than enough, or none at all. Remember, all food has sodium. You can get lots of sodium from your food. You don't need a bunch of salt in the diet. If you're a crazy athlete, take some electrolyte capsules. Let's get in here. Oh man, we gotta make this more often. It is so good. It's rich, the textures are amazing, the flavors, the smells. Reebs, you better get in here for a bite before I eat all this.
That is incredible. There's no one on planet Earth that wouldn't love this recipe. It is so delicious.
Seriously, vegan, standard American, everybody's gonna taste this and love it. Take it to the next party.
What's not to love inside of here?
Nothing is impossible. If you want to join us live twice a month for a couple hours unedited, where we develop these recipes in a live stream, have tons of fun in the chat box, hang out with people who live and eat like you, we would love to have you on our live Well Your Weekend cooking show. There's a link down below. We'll see you there, and you can get this recipe for free down below too. So don't delay. Make it 3 times this week. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.